Hi there, moms and friends. Welcome to the Walking Challenge yoga series. I'm sneaking this little 5 minutes of yoga in every day so that we can make sure when we're walking that we are also stretching things out. When we are done walking, making sure that the pelvic floor is relaxed. Sometimes walking can instigate leakage. Other times it can be really great for the pelvic floor. So when you're walking, make sure you do these stretches so that you can make sure that things with your pelvic floor are going really good. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to sit in crisscross applesauce. We call this easy seated pose in yoga. You're going to find the sit bones or those bony landmarks called your ischial tuberosity at the bottom of your pelvis. Just squiggle around a little bit. You'll find them. You're going to take your pelvis, make sure it's not spilling forward or backwards. You're going to sit it nice and upright. You're going to make sure that your rib cage is stacked over your pelvis. And this is a posture that's super important also for the walking challenge. When you're walking, make sure you have that rib cage stacked over the pelvis so you can feel that. Your rib should be right over the pelvis bone. If it feels like it's flared out, you'll want to tuck it in. If you feel like you're rounded and it's really pushed backwards, you'll want to make sure that you feel like there's a string pulling out the top of your head, shoulders down and back, and elongate that spine. Now the spine does have some curves in it, so just remember if you are sitting up against a wall, your back wouldn't necessarily be flat up against the wall because of some natural curvature. So right now what we're going to do is we're just going to do some breathing. So sometimes our breathing pattern can become compromised. And if when you're walking you're feeling like you can't catch your breath, you could very well have a compromised breathing pattern. You can come to see me for a core assessment and I will look at that for you. The core assessments are free. So if you'd like to come in and check out to see if your breathing pattern is reversed or if you're having a problem with your diaphragm, we can definitely check that out together. So today, I want you to take your left hand, put it on your chest, your right hand on your belly, those shoulders are down and back, your rib cage is stacked right over your pelvis. We're just gonna breathe. So we're gonna breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And as you are breathing, I want you to feel like the breath in is expanding the rib cage side to side, front to back. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel like there's an umbrella under the rib cage that's closing. So in and out. So both hands are moving. The left hand maybe more than the right. In and out. You can do this with your eyes closed. One more time. Nice breath in. Long breath out. Good. On your next breath in, let's take the arms up overhead. We'll exhale, twist over to the right, looking over that right shoulder. This is just a gentle twist. When we're walking, we're going forward and maybe backwards, but mostly using that front to back plane of motion. That's called the sagittal plane of motion. Inhaling up to the sky. Exhaling over to the left. Looking over that left shoulder. Inhale again overhead. Let's exhale, fold forward. Just letting the hands drop where they may. You should be opening up into the back line of the body. If you want to go ahead and start rocking side to side, you can. And then on your next inhale, let's go ahead and stack those vertebrae. Looking straight on at me, shoulders down and back. I want you to take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then chin goes to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. And we're just going to go back and forth between the right and the left. Just a few times. Next time you go to the right, let's put the right hand on top of the head, just letting it there for the weight of the hand. We're not pressing into the head. You're going to take your nose up towards the ceiling and then down towards your armpit, almost like you're doing a no. Up, down. One more time, up, down. Good. Go ahead and take that hand away. Let's take the head, make a couple rolls. I don't like to do a backwards neck roll like that, but if you like to, that's okay. We're just making sure everything feels good. So we go to the left, so left ear to left shoulder. Then from here, we'll take the hand on top of the head, pointing the nose towards the armpit, and then up towards the sky, almost like we're doing a no. Up to the sky, down to the armpit. All the while, our rib cage is stacked over pelvis. Last time to the armpit. Last time to the sky. Let's sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are going to roll back, 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 and then go forward, forward, forward. We're going to add some breaths here. So inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale out loud through the mouth. Shoulders come down. Inhale again. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Let's go ahead and come onto our backs. So as we're going through our day, I want you to have either a yoga block or a cushion nearby. As we're going through our day, things in our pelvic floor can start dropping. So like if you have prolapse or leakage, some dropping, natural dropping can occur. So we're going to end this short yoga video with a supported bridge. I want you to take your yoga block or pillow. You can stick it under your tush on the low level or the high level. I prefer the high level. And we are just going to relax here. We're going to take a few nice deep breaths. What is happening here with your pelvic floor? The organs are able to shift up towards the face. And so that pressure that was once on the pubic bone or coming out through the vagina is now coming towards the chest, which this is a really great move to do if you've had prolapse, you know you have prolapse, or if you have a feeling in your pelvic floor that's like a tampon in there and you know you don't have one in there. We're just going to relax here for a little while. This is a great lymphatic drainage as well. So we walked and we were nice and upright, and now we're doing a reverse blood flow for our body. Really, really good for the body. Here we have lymph nodes right in the groin. We have our organs. We have our ascending colon, which usually fights gravity, and in this position it is working with gravity, which is fabulous. If you want to take this a step further, you can make a little scoopy scoop with your hand. You'll take it to the pubic bone and then scoop up to the belly button. So pubic bone to belly button, and you're kind of digging into the flesh, not hard, but just enough so that you can feel it. Now, what is really fantastic about this? It's good for bladder health, it's good for bowel health, and it's great for prolapse. So if for some reason you're doing this directly after your walk and you feel a little lightheaded or woozy, make sure you come out of this position. We're going to do 2 more scoops. Good. And then we're going to do 3 breaths of silence in this nice inverted position. Good. Now let's bring our hips up so that we can get this block out from underneath us, or if we're using a cushion, we're going to bring the knees into the chest, rock back and forth, and then if you'd like, you can open those knees up, put your hand behind the knees, opening that pelvic floor. The hips and pelvic floor could potentially be tight from your walk, so go ahead and let that relax and release. Take a deep breath down into the pelvic floor. And then exhale, zipping that up from pubic bone to breastbone. Good, let's turn to one side, come up into a seated position. And that was your first quick yoga sequence to go with your first day of the walking challenge. I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope to see you in the studio sometime soon. Namaste.